everybody, today is Saturday, July 2nd, and I have a number of announcements to give you. And I'm just going to go ahead and read straight from the message that I've typed up, and if you don't feel like reading and you just want to hear me explain it, that's what I'm going to do in the video. But I'm not going to cover anything beyond what I've put in the text, hopefully. Let's see here. The movie, this week you've got a number of things due on Sunday, July 3rd, and I reckon that's tomorrow night. I recognize that it's a holiday weekend. Some of you may not be at home. You may not be planning on working. You're just hoping you get everything in. But if you need to take a little extra time past the deadline, that's fine. You know how assignments have a cutoff window? You know, there's a week past the deadline where you can turn something in, and it's called late. Well, I'm not going to take off any points for it being late. So if you can get it in within a week after that deadline, that's fine with me. So I hope you guys have a great July 4th with your families or friends, or maybe you're just going to chill out by yourself. Whatever you do, I hope you have a good one. Let's see, item number 2. So yesterday I graded the readings pages, and then while I was in your wikis, I went over and looked at your Group 1 work, and for the most part, everybody's done a really good job with that. There were a few people that either didn't start it at all, or maybe they set up their page, but they didn't actually go find a unit plan and highlight it. So I sent an email to those folks. If you didn't hear from me, that's a good sign. I looked at your group page and it looks good, and you picked a good plan. I mean, a lot of you picked lesson plans where I prefer a unit plan, but I can see how that information might have been obscured in the instructions, so don't, fret if you're worried that I choose the wrong plan. All the plans look fine. And the reason a unit's better is it gives you more to think about. There's more opportunities for you to come in and think about what's going on. But we're just going to go with what we've got. Alright, item number 3. I did provide a link to all the student wikis in the class on the home page of the course. Item number 4. I'm going to be traveling from July 8th to July 22nd. That's a Friday to a Friday over a 2-week period. So that means I won't have office hours in my office. You'll want to contact me on my cell phone. You can text to my cell phone, or you can leave a message. It's got some kind of glitch where it doesn't tell me who has called me, so don't expect me to call you back if you just call me and you don't leave a message. Make sure you leave a text or you leave a message, and then I can, I'll be notified by my phone, hopefully, that it worked. And also, write me in Course Den. I encourage you to duplicate your queries in both places. If possible, that's good. Also, every time I open up my computer, which will be daily, this is not a vacation for me. I had a vacation in May. This is not my vacation. This is a working vacation, I guess. I'm getting my kids over to Texas so they can get to know my family. And so I'm working the whole time. So you're not bothering me. You're not bothering me on my vacation. I am working. And I'm also in school, too. So I've got a lot to do, and I've scheduled it so my kids are super busy with family the whole time, and I'm going to escape every day for a few hours, with the exception of the days I'm driving. And this coming Saturday afternoon, 1 week from today, I am hosting a baby shower in Austin, Texas. And that will probably take my whole day next Saturday, and I might not check in that day because it's going to be crazy. But for the most part, you can expect messages to be returned within a day, hopefully no more than that, but maybe up to 2 days. In the case of like next Saturday. Feel free to call me. You are not bothering me. Did you know it's actually my job to help you? It is. Alright, so I just wanted to put in a plug for Atomic Learning tutorials. I am going to start putting them into this class more because what I can do with them, and you guys, all I'm doing is telling you to use it for your own personal reasons. There's tutorials on how to use Geometer Sketchpad, Google Earth, all of the Office programs. There's a program called Scratch, which is a really cool computer programming tool that math teachers, science, technology, it's interdisciplinary. It teaches you lots of different skills around computer programming. It's done in a visual kind of way. Maybe you've heard of Lego from the 80s, which was a computer programming language that was really hot in the 80s at MIT. I can't even remember the guy that did it. Well, Scratch is based on Lego. And so that's one tool that Atomic will train you to use, and there's a bunch of other different ones. So go to the Atomic Learning website and go go see if there's a tool out there that you've kind of been intimidated by. But if you just watch these little baby step tutorials, you know, if you've looked at them, they're about 1.5 minutes per segment, and there might be 30, and so you can kind of watch that 2-minute, 1-minute video, pause it, rewatch it. They're much better than the ones I make. That's why I'm kind of urging you to go over there. And pretty much all the tools we use in this class have a tutorial in Atomic Learning that you can use. So I'm going to start pushing those more, but use them moving ahead. You know, even when you're gone from the institution, you might use them if you can, if the login still works. All right, number 6, movie question number 5 was all wrong last week, and several people pointed this out to me. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna fix the quiz question, and I don't think that fixing the quiz question it would make sense, right? If it would automatically update your answers and give you the boost you deserve. I'm not sure it does that, so I'm gonna go fix the quiz question. But if you guys notice in the next week or so that you still aren't getting your 0.5 points, I think it's half a point per question, let me know, and I'll create a new column in the gradebook, you know, called movie, you know, bump or whatever, or movie question 5 or something, and I will just add half a point in there for everybody. So, sorry about that. Number 7, I had to create a new assistive technology Dropbox because several of you kept pointing out that it was showing that you had been late on that assignment, and it was just a glitch because I don't know if you noticed, but it said this assignment is due July 7th or something, this coming Sunday. Even so, you couldn't get into it and actually drop anything. It just said that you missed it. That was the case for a lot of people anyway. So I scrapped that thing, deleted it, and remade a new one that hopefully works now. And finally, the last thing I've got here is, in case you're still working on your movie, and in case I'm not sure I had this information available, there's a tool called Media Converter, which is, if there's, let's say there were 10 seconds of a YouTube video you wanted to snag and put in your own movie, well, you can grab things off of YouTube using Media Converter. So I've told you about it, and I've given you a link to a tutorial where I show you how to use it. So that's all I've got for you. I hope that you have a great 4th of July holiday, that you are catching a break from your studies, and that you get to do whatever you want, at least for a brief moment this weekend. All right, thanks, and see you online.